I'm clicking.
Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Yep, it's setting up webinar.
Let's do this. Yep, I think we're live. I think I see it.
Okay,
Awesome,
cool.
awesome. Yep, we are live. Yes, yes.
All right.
Hey,
Go ahead on.
everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just give us a 2 seconds so we can set up. Make sure I share this out everywhere so people can hop on. Everybody roll on in. How you doing, Tawanta?
Hey, hey, hey. I'm doing awesome. How
Yes,
you doing?
I'm doing great. And please excuse my glasses today.
I'm
Um,
loving it.
I can't find my regular prescription glasses, so I'm wearing my prescription
You
sunglasses
can't find
today. And
this
it's
is
good because
again.
when you're on the computer all the time, it's always good to have these on. Hello, hello.
Mm,
Let's see who's hopped on in the room.
let me get that. Let me check that out
Down
real
this
quick.
down.
I'm gonna come on the
Awesome,
page.
awesome. We got
Good morning,
Kalisa
everybody.
joined. Welcome. Awesome, awesome,
Good
awesome.
morning.
And I'm just gonna put the link in the chat now, Tawanta. So while we're doing that, you can introduce yourself.
Hey, 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 everybody. How are you doing? Come on in. Come on in. I'm trying to get it together myself.
Yes.
Hey, I hope everyone is having an awesome Tuesday morning so far. We are, despite the glitches and the drama and everything else in between, we are doing fabulous. We are here to just go ahead and knock those walls down by being
Right.
honest, being transparent, and being true and all those things. But I am Tawanda Davis Jones, and I'm the founder of Resilience Beauty Academy. Yes, and I'm here to help you renew, rebuild, restore your mindset, and recharge your inner beauty. Yeah, that's important, from the inside out while helping you reach your maximum potential. Okay, so yes, I'm totally excited this morning. We're gonna have a great conversation here
That's
with the
right.
topic. It's gonna be awesome. Go ahead, Letitia. You can take over,
Yes,
Mama.
everyone. Thank you guys so much for joining us this morning. And those of you who are new to this broadcast, we do this show every single Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. This is our 19th episode. Like crazy,
I
right?
know, right?
So, Tawanta is this amazing resilience queen. We actually business partners, and we came on and we started the Sister to Sister Connection movement to really give you guys a platform to talk about some real conversations that we as women, as mom, as entrepreneurs deal with on a day-to-day basis. We actually have an upcoming event. We're both doing a joint venture with an upcoming event coming up in November, which we'll definitely give you guys
Yes.
more details about. But if this is your first time catching me, my name is Letitia Campbell, and I'm your sales success strategist. I help you dominate your sales online by teaching you how to become magnetically attracted to your customers so you can finally push that button and design a life for yourself. I'm also the founder of the Sales Success Academy, head coach of the Sexy Brand Building Formula course, and CEO of the Campbell Success Network. So thank you guys so much for joining us.
Yes, I'm so excited because, yeah, it's episode 19. Who would ever thunk it? Right? Who would ever thunk that, right? But I'm
Right.
so thankful and so fortunate, because I tell you over what, maybe 3 or 4 months ago, God gave me this idea because I was in the process of doing a podcast or starting my
Yes,
podcast,
I remember that.
and he just put that in my spirit, and I just wrote it down in my but I don't have my journal book, but this is another one of my journal books. And I said, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and try this out in my RBA group page, my my Resilience Beauty Academy page. And
Yes.
started out from there. Really, it just started from there. And then I connected with Letitia because she had a powerful live one morning, and this is when you was at your mom's house, and
Yes.
it truly blessed me from there. And then we just collided together.
We did. And yeah, and even for me on my end, I remember I wanted to create a show similar to this in the past. I think it was like back
Yeah.
in April. And I did partner with someone, but then it ended up falling out. And that's kind of hard when you're doing shows like this. It's not easy. People think it's simple to just, okay, let me buddy up with somebody and let's just
Right.
make a show and tell it. But it's something that, you know, sometimes people are not consistent with it. And we have been massively consistent with this, Tawanta. You know, 19 episodes. That's amazing.
Yeah.
You know, right there. Longer than most shows have been going on. So we so happy that you guys have been a part of this experience. And it's something that we just want to do forever and ever and ever. If there are topics that you ladies want us to talk about, share it in the comments or send it to us privately. We won't mention your name. Like, we talk about some really, really transparent topics, like not the whole wishy-washy, sugar-coated stuff. We talk about our personal experiences, you know, issues that I've had in my marriage, issues that I had. We even did a live talking about the in-laws, you know, like no conversation is untouched here, because this is real life. You know, your life matters, our life, you know, matters as well. So we really want to give you guys real life content. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, in this day and age right now, where we are as women, we definitely need this outlet. We definitely need to connect more and, you know, start building that sisterhood that does exist, by the way.
It does.
You know, just been, you know, we've been dealing with a lot of craziness from social media to the reality TV shows, and it just left a bad taste in our mouths.
Real bad.
You know, with the bashing, with the jealousy, with the fighting, with the argument, all this kind of stuff. And, you know, I know there's so much more about us besides, you know, getting that limelight, you know, and try to be all of that. You know, we are smart, beautiful, talented, creative women, and we can stand on our own. We don't need to copycat. We don't need to mimic. We don't need to be somebody else that we're not.
That's right.
You know, we have to understand our own power, and we got to recognize the true gifts of who we are. And so that's why we're here too, to let you see, you know, that we are living witnesses of that. You know,
we're here to celebrate you ladies. We're here to celebrate womanhood. You know, our topics are real. Yeah, they're very transparent. Yeah, they're very open, but they're real. You know, and that's something that's so important. Behind the scenes, Tawanta and I both have a lot of personal issues that we go to, and we want to share our experiences with you guys, because we women think, and I know Tawanta and I thought this at one point before we even locked up, is that we as women think that we're by ourselves all the time when it comes to how we feel about life or how we feel about certain experiences. So if, for example, if you're going through a rough relationship with your partner or with your family member, we sometimes feel like I'm the only one going through this and nobody understands. But trust and believe, Tawanta and I understand. And that's why we create the show, because we want to talk about those topics that hit home.
Yes, my baby's saying hi to you, Letitia.
Hey, I'm sorry to see. I'm looking at a different screen. Hey, Nuck Nuck. She can call me Auntie Tawanta. You know,
that's fine. Really? Yes, you can call her Auntie.
I'm an Auntie. Yes, Auntie TT.
Sorry, I just wanted. Miss Kim Snack can come and ruin Alani's house.
Yes, Mama. She's gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Work at 11.
Okay. Yeah, she's letting me know that she wants to be okay. You know us moms. We gotta.
Yes, it's okay. It's real life.
Sorry, y'all. You know how it is. That's my love bunny, though. That's Naya. Okay, so we're going to get started right now, guys, because since we are talking about this, if you saw the title pretty much kind of self-explains what we are basically getting into here. And the title is, do you really know who you with? Do you really know who you with? Okay. I love Bernie Mac, God bless his soul. And if you had watched his show back in the day, he like, who you with? Who you with?
Yeah.
Right? And so that's the truth, though. It may be funny from his perspective, because, he's a comedian, all those things. But if you really let that, meditate in your heart a little bit, you like, okay, who am I really with?
Exactly.
And so we want to talk about that in a minute here. So, we can really have some clarity on as to why things are not the way they're supposed to be in those relationships, whether it's your personal relationship, whether it's your spouse, your children, your mom, your in-laws, and even in your professional relationship, with your supervisor, with your colleagues, people whom you've been working with for a long, long time, right? Do you really know who they are? You know, that's the thing. And especially it's more personal when it comes to our loved ones, right? You know, especially people who we have built a covenant with, we build a relationship with, right? So the first thing I want to ask you is that, what are they about? What are these people about? When they come into your life, what are they about? Are they about business? Are they about being real and honest? Are they about being, you know, sincere with you? Do they really care about who you are? You know, do they really take you seriously? Or are they there just, you know, just to showcase, you know, just to pretend like they do care. They pretend like they really matter to you. You know what I'm saying? That you matter to them, I would say. Right? Or, you know, because you know how people are. There's some people in your life that you have known for a long time that they have been the same forever. You know, their demeanor is the same. Their compassion is real. They are always there supporting you. And even when you fall off, even when we make mistakes, right? Because we do some stuff that we ain't proud of, and we go ahead and share those mistakes to that individual. We are prepared for the backlash, but they respond in a loving manner, right?
That's right.
They discipline us, but they discipline us with their love of words, and you still feel safe. You know what I'm saying? You feel safe, you feel comfortable with that individual. I know there's people like that in our lives. All of us have somebody, whether it's your nana, your auntie, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister, whoever, right? But on the other side of that, you have somebody that you may have that you have known, for such a long time. And you have done some things, or you are in the process of doing some things, and, you know, they're not there. They're there physically, but they're not there mentally, right? They don't quite vibe what you're doing. You know, they have to debate with you all the time. They always got to ask you these questions. And why are you doing this? Why you want to start investing your money on this thing? Why you want to be a part of this organization? Why you want to be a part of this group? Why can't you just stay where you are? Why can't you just go ahead and continue to take care of the house and take care of the kids and this, that, or whatever, right? And you already have explained yourself so much to the point you tired of explaining yourself.
That's right.
But here's the deal. You got to understand that person doesn't have your best interest. They don't have your best interest. They've been with you for more than a decade, and yet they still tripping, right? At some point, you got to like, okay, when are you going to give me this freedom to, you know, to let me live my dream out? I would love for you to be on my support team. You know, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I hoped that you would be automatically, without questioning every move I make, or questioning everything that I put down on paper. You know, I would hope that you would be like, babe, I got your back. Whatever is going on, whatever God has for you, I'm right here to help you and to support you. And that's something that we all want from our relationships, whether it's personal, whether it's or professional. But you know, in most cases, it doesn't happen that way for some of us. You know, and it can be really taxing to our bodies, because we think about that all the time, because we really want those persons whom we love, have committed our life with. We want them to support us. We want them to understand where we're coming from. We want them to share this great experience. Unfortunately, you know, it's just not working, and it can truly drain you. It can truly put you in a state where you don't need to be, because after a while, if you allow their ignorance, if you will, you know, to hover over your head, eventually you're going to start to, you know, lose confidence in yourself. You're going to stop, you know, stop being committed to your task, to your projects, you know.
That's right.
And then you're going to fall to the wayside, and then you're going to, you know, start being negative and, you know, all of those things, because you were meditating and concentrating on what your partner or your family friend or whomever, you know, said to you about you don't need to do this. You too old for this. You in your 50s and all of this stuff, all kinds of stuff that, you know, they're going to throw at you. But to be honest with you, sweetheart, you got to understand, you are living your life like they are living their life. And how they're living their life right now is raggedy. That's why they come to you in a raggedy position. You got to come and know that I'm not you. And I'm not living your life. We may be connected, we may be committed, and all this other stuff, but I'm living my life.
That's
I'm
true.
not going to give you my power and you're going to go ahead and step on it and devour it and break it to pieces and all of that stuff so I can be where you are, which is miserable, broken, disgusted, unhappy, all of that. I'm not going to go there.
Exactly.
Right? You got to know who you with. You got to understand that. And I know it's so hard for us as women, you know, the person whom we commit to, that we love, that we don't want to see the reality or see the truth of those individuals. But it is what it is, right? And you can try to help them to see from your perspective, but it's going to be tiring you out.
Yep.
And Letitia and I, we both can speak on that. We got like, you know what? I can't. Because I see you just going to stay stuck on stupid. You're going to stay stuck in your own little mess. And I'm not going to get pulled into that crap, because that's going to kill me. It's going to kill my dreams. It's going to put me in a position where, you know, a lot of people say, oh, I don't know if I want to do this or not. Or I don't know if I can, or I don't feel like it. And I don't know. You know, you start doubting yourself, even though you saw yourself doing great things, but yet you go ahead and start feeling like you don't have what it takes to be successful, right? Go ahead, Letitia. You could go ahead and add on.
I'm going to talk to perspective, and like Tawanta said, we both hand over foot have had experiences with our close partners, with people who have been close to us who did not support our vision and the things that we wanted to do for our businesses and for our life as a whole. So my husband and I feel totally comfortable and don't mind sharing this. I share my story all the time. My husband and I have been together for going on 17 years. Okay. And in a big, huge portion of our marriage, of our entire relationship, I've always been like his right-hand homie, like his ride or die chick, you know, someone who, even though some of the things that he did in our relationship didn't make sense, I still stood by his side and supported him, because growing up, and I was telling Abby about this one day when I was literally crying in my car, 12 a.m. in the morning. Abby lives in Australia, so it was morning for her. It was super late at night for me, but I shared my path, and she so amazing. So guys, if you're not following Abby, make sure that you guys are. But all of our whole entire relationship, I've always supported everything that he's done. Now, the past 3 or 4 years have been extremely rough, because I wanted to decide to actually become a full-time entrepreneur. Last year, January, had a conversation with him, came home very upset because I was working at a job where I was working 15-hour days, barely saw my children, and I was going super hard for this exec position that for 6 months prior to that, I was so trying to get. Even in the middle of that process of trying to prove myself to my upper management on me wanting to get this position, I've had a miscarriage, and there was a lot of stuff that was going on at that time. January of last year, I had a conversation with him, and I said, listen, I'm tired of working. And what happened was, during that day when I was at work, I got an email stating that another person got that position who was not even there with the job as long as I was, and it totally discouraged me. And that was like the 4th time that I've gotten passed over. So I got tired of working for somebody else, and I said, honey, I want to leave my job and I want to do my business full time. I've already been building my business for 6 years. Now it's the time for me to remove this big mountain that's keeping me from getting to my goal. And I want to focus on me being home with our children and me being the number one influencer on their lives.
Right.
Now, any other man, well, I wouldn't say any other man, but a smart man would say, wow, that's good that my wife wants to work from home, be with our kids full time, because for one, we're going to be saving, because we have 4 children. I was pregnant at the time with our 4th child. We already paying hand over foot in daycare, like almost spending, I would say, maybe $1,400 a month on daycare alone. That's like a 2-bedroom apartment in some states. And you know, he was like, and even I thought that he would even think that this would help our marriage even more, because now I have more time to spend with him. He comes home, dinner would be ready, we would have more focus-based conversations instead of a yes and no type of conversation. It didn't work out that way. So he was totally objective with it. He was like, no, I don't think you should do that. Maybe wait till next year. Every time I wanted to do something, it's so funny. Every time I wanted to do something, always like, wait till next year, or wait till when you're ready. We're ready. You know, but whenever he wanted to do something, it was just, okay, let's get it done. You know? So fast forward to August comes around. I give my 2 weeks notice. It was the beginning of, the end of July. I gave my 2 weeks notice, called him, said, hey babe, I gave my 2 weeks notice, and he was totally upset. And it was like a crazy conversation that we had, and we had some really rough conversations a little bit after that. So I had to still follow my dreams, because I was literally suffocating myself with living a life that wasn't my own. You know, yes, it's awesome being married. I get a lot of flack from a lot of women, because they were like, you need to honor your husband. You need to do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? But it has to be a two-way street. Just like you honor your partner, they also must also honor you guys too. So one thing, ladies, I don't want you guys to do, especially you ladies who are very deep in the church and religious and what have you, don't let people use the word to manipulate your decisions. Okay? Because just like we're supposed to honor and submit to our husbands are supposed to love us just as Jesus loved the church. Jesus forgave the church.
Exactly.
Jesus supported the church.
Yep.
Jesus was always there for the church, even to the end. So don't let people manipulate you with that word. And I have had that done to me for so long that I felt bad for even making a decision for myself. I felt even bad when I would even buy clothes for myself. I would bring them home, and let's say he'd be like, oh, why'd you buy that? And I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have bought it. Like underwears, bras, shirts, stuff that I needed. And if you go into this man's closet right now, he has like over 200 pairs of shoes. Okay? And his shoes are not cheap. He gets the Jordans. He gets the the Prada, all them types of name brand. Might as well go to no Payless. I love Payless. Okay, don't get me wrong, honey. I love Payless, and I'll go ham in here. But he don't wear the Payless stuff. Okay? He gets all his shoes. So I'm looking at his closet, and his closet's like this, and I'm like this, you know? And I would literally return things because I would, feel bad for it. Now, granted, my husband and I are at a good level right now in our relationship, and I've always felt comfortable sharing this with you guys. But the thing is, ladies, is that don't let your partner or even the people around you manipulate your decisions. Okay?
Exactly.
Don't let the people around you discourage you for wanting to make a change in your life for yourself and for your family. I tell you guys this story all the time. My great grandmother, you know, as she got older, she became this very mean and resentful woman because she lived a life where she didn't have purpose, right? She didn't even have a driver's license. You know what I'm saying? So it's sort of like I grew up and I'm looking at her and I'm like, that's going to be me. If I don't make a change now, I don't want my grandchildren or great-grandchildren to be afraid to talk to me because grandma's going to snap at you or whatever. Like, I want my grandchildren to come over and be like, where grandma went this month? Oh, she on a cruise, or she over there in Italy, or like, I'm going to be on a move. My kids ain't going to be like, Mommy, can you watch the kids? Like, girl, I'm in Africa today. Like, y'all got to get on my calendar. Like, that's what I want, right? So we got to think further ahead. Now, let me tell you something, ladies. This is a hard conversation because many ladies are not willing to be that bold in your current relationships right now. Right. But you guys have to work at it. You got to ask yourself every day when you wake up in the morning, what do you want to do today? Yeah. What do you want out of life, period? That has nothing to do with your partner. Doesn't even have anything to do with your kids. It's all about you, boo. The table. You got to really get focused and get deep on you. Right. Spend some alone time with yourself. Really have some deep conversations with yourself. And this is something, ladies, that you must practice on a day-to-day basis, right? Because if you're not living a fulfilled life, you're gonna go to the grave with so much regret. There's so much more to you. Like I tell people, I'm more than a mom, I'm more than a wife. I love being a wife and I love being a mom, not taking any away from that. But my husband does not complete me. My children don't even complete me. I complete me. If I'm not happy with Letitia, I can't be a great mother. I can't be a great wife. I can't be a great entrepreneur. I have to be happy with myself first. I have to do the things that pleases me. So that means, going on an errand and just walking around the mall or whatever, or going on a trip. I have to do things that please me first. It's okay to be a little selfish, or even a lot of selfish. There's nothing wrong with that, because our selfishness is not about us. It's about us getting well and us getting happy so that we can serve the world at a better, higher level. And that's something that's so important. Like, I had to take time and focus on Letitia, what I wanted and what I needed, and not have to care what anybody else has to think. That's another thing. Some of y'all need to stop caring. Like, y'all know my hashtag, they'll get over it. If somebody's that mad at you because you made a decision that's going to better you and the family, they get upset with that, they'll get over it. If somebody's going to be mad at you that long, you don't need them in your life in the first place. Because everything you do is for long term, not the short term. Like, my husband can spend $200 on sneakers. I'd rather spend $200 on a Facebook ad and maybe an awesome graphic banner for my social media or whatever. That's something that's going to leverage me long term. It's always a difference on allocation, and that's something that him and I struggled with for years until we matched on the same level. And some of you have to do some drastic measures to prove to your partner how serious you are about my business. You guys see my journey. I relocated for a few months because I got tired of the mess.
You sure
Sometimes you guys gotta remove yourself from an environment so people know, like, oh, she's serious. Like, she ain't playing.
Nope.
I can't use my manipulation moves on her, my voodoo on her anymore. She's literally picked up her and the kids and separated herself out of the situation. Sometimes they got to get there. And I know that all y'all churchy women are, don't say that. Yeah, I am saying that. Yeah. Because enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
You got to stop. I started to realize that abuse is more than just somebody hitting you.
Yeah.
Yes, that's bad. I'm not discrediting those women who have been physically abused, but words can hurt so much deeper. Somebody telling you you're nothing. Somebody telling you that you're not going to be successful at that business. That hurts. When I first started doing my coaching, and I'll be sitting here and I'll be teaching my clients, and I'll see my husband come in the house and he's like, that used to piss me off.
I remember you did.
And I had to sit there and maintain my composure. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And I was like, Letitia, calm down, keep going. And he was doing that for like over a year, and he used to piss me off. And again, ladies, it's sort of like, again, words do hurt. Emotions, like, even when if your partner is avoiding you, that is abuse. Or if they're keeping things from you, that is abuse.
The Lord knows, I know.
Some of us are walking around in abusive relationships and we don't even know it. Or we don't even want to come to terms to realize that because, he's not hitting me. Like, I used to hear the term recently, Tawanta, but he's working. Some of these dudes out here, they don't be working. Girl, bye. I don't care if he's working. I don't care how much money he's making. If he ain't right, I'm gone. Point blank, period.
Yes.
I'd rather get a dude that works at McDonald's that's going to treat me better than the situation I'm in right now, right? That's what's important.
Yes. And you know what? Nasalia, hope I'm pronouncing her name right. She said, choose peace or pain. It's up to you.
I love that.
Choose peace or pain. It's up to you. And that is the truth, ladies. It is up to you. You don't have to sit there and tolerate that kind of behavior. You don't have to accept that. You don't. And even though and like Letitia said, that word manipulate, they will do whatever they have to do.
Because he knows you.
Yeah.
My mom used to say it all the time. Teacher, he knows you. He knows what to say in order to get you to.
Right. He knows to put the trigger. He knows, those sensitive spots.
Yeah, I had to sit back and say, okay, you're being abusive. Pull it out. Stop. Stop it.
Yep.
And really start to say, well, I understand what you're saying, but this is what I'm going to do.
Right.
And point blank, period.
That's it. And ladies, it's not about, we're not bashing, okay? But this is the reality of what women are dealing with every day. And this is not women that are living in the, in a trailer park or anything. No, this is professional women. These women are dealing with this that are, who are millionaires. I mean, you see it all the time on the news. You hear about it all the time, right? But we got to put this mask on. For the world to see that our life is picture perfect, that everything is glam, everything is flawless, everything is great. But the reality is that you're broken, you're frustrated, you don't know how to get out of this situation. You feel alone, like we said earlier, right? You feel by yourself and you don't know what more else to do. And then, of course, if you have your kids in the mix of this thing, it's even more challenging because, you don't want to be the one to separate, but but you got to understand, it was already a separation going on in the home. Even though you didn't physically walk away, it was already happening in the midst of it. So
you already made the decision.
Right. Already made the decision. Right. And it's not just even in your marriage, but like I said, just for people in your life. You have to learn to separate yourself from those people who are toxic, from those people who are just don't give a darn. Absolutely. They don't care, right? Even though they say in a sarcastic way, "Oh, I was just joking." You know me. I'm always got to be funny like that. Well, I don't consider it to be funny, right? I mean, when are you going to grow up?
That's true.
When are you going to put on your man panties? Come on. I'm just
That's right. And I was listening to this lady one day, and oh my God, when I heard her say this, I almost danced around my house. She was like, why when he's wrong, I'm crazy? You ever get into an argument with your partner, even your family member? We're just not talking about your partner. We're talking about anybody in your life right now who is against what you want to build, right? So she was like, yeah, I get into an argument with my partner. And if he's wrong, he said, oh, you're crazy. You're arguing. I'm sick of this. You're always negative because they know they're wrong, right? And the best thing they can do to combat that is saying, it's you, not me. It's you. You changed. No, you changed. Because, last year you did what I wanted you to do. This year you have a brain, and now you want to really do some things in your life that you are inspiring to do.
Baby, I'm like Shoshana. Shoshana like blah 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 blah.
And I even at one point I was like, oh my God, now I know why Oprah's still single. Like,
I know.
I'm not mad at that at all.
I'm not. Yeah. And see, when they start seeing that you are not fazed by their remarks or their actions, they will have a whole different attitude because now they see that, they can't bother you. You have a whole different attitude. I mean, you totally ignoring every shot they throw out at you, every smart remark, every comment, whatever they've been doing, they see it's not affecting you anymore. And it starts to get them to start thinking about like, oh, wait a minute, hold up. She's not vibing me now. What's up? She's not giving me that attention. And that's the whole point. They want to be the center of attention by doing the things that they've been doing to you for such a long time. It's all about that power tripping crap. This is really
realize also what you have accepted. Many of us have always, and this is something I realized along the process, is that I have to also point the finger at myself because if I accepted a certain behavior from him or for a certain period of time, and now I'm saying, okay, that's it. I'm not accepting anymore. There's going to be friction that's going to come up. But you can't allow that to say, well, I've been putting up with this for so many years, so this is how the relationship going to be. You can always change the tone of any relationship that you're in by changing your mindset and saying, well, going forward, this is how I feel about this situation. This is what I would like to do.
Exactly.
You got to understand that your words and your feelings do matter, and you got to give yourself more power and more credit in the situation and not feel that you are under your partner or under whatever friendship or relationship that you're in that is abusive. Even with a boss, you know, now that I'm not working anymore, I was sitting on my couch one day and I was thinking like, wow, you know, if I really knew what I knew now, I wouldn't let my boss talk to me that way. I wouldn't let this superior talk to me that way, because sometimes we're at this jobs where our superiors will make us feel like we're second-handed or we're second-rated, and we all deserve respect.
Everyone,
you know, now if I was thinking of different conversations I had that I felt disrespected by, you know, when I was working, and I feel like, wow, if I knew what I knew now, I would have got up and said, first of all, don't disrespect me. You know, I feel like we hold people on a pedestal that they don't deserve to be up that high. Right. But it's all a mental thing. We got to really bring people down and get out of fear of saying, oh my God, I would never say this, or I would never say that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to hurt that person's feelings, but people hurt our feelings all the time with no problem. Like literally unwarranted, and we got to become free and open to speak our minds and speak our thoughts instead of being quiet. Like one thing that irks me that I hear, like whenever I get inbox messages all the time, and somebody always inbox me and say, hey, Letitia, I need help with my business. I got 2 emails the other day. Hey, Letitia, I need help with my business. How do I do this? How do I do that? And when I say, hey, I can help you with all that, but, you know, I have a program that's going to solve that problem and more, they're like, oh, I got to check with my husband. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, why do we have to build our lives around the acceptance of somebody else? How many decisions that your partner has made without you even knowing about it, or without even consulting with you? Right. And you know what I feel is that if we made our own money, and this is going real deep here, if we made our own money, we will have a different level of conversation with our partners.
Absolutely.
You know, when we really bring in our own money, we can really hold our own in our household. It'll be a totally another level relationship. Now it's going to be about, oh, I want to be with that person. I don't really need to. You know, a lot of us stay in hard relationships because the financial entity is what keeps us together, because we're like, wait, if he leaves, then how am I going to pay the bills? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? Instead of say, okay, bye. Right. Or if you are in a great relationship, that's awesome. You're going to be with that person because you want to be. And it really is going to be true love. And why do you think the divorce rate is so high nowadays? You know, people you lose money and they're like, okay, that's it. We're over. We're done. Right. You know,
let me also say this too. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you, babe.
No, my phone is ringing. I gotta go grab it.
Okay. Go ahead. And let me say this too about love. The word love. We got to be careful about what love really means, right? Because people have their own definition about what love is. You know, oh, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Okay, you love me, but you know, if I lose my job, you know, will you still love me then? Right? If you love me, if I choose to start, you know, if I quit my job and I start my own business, how much will you love me then? Will you be there to support me? Will you be there to help me through? Even if those opportunities don't work out, you know, I invested maybe $1,000 or maybe invested $1,500 and it still didn't work out. Will you still love me? Will you still support me? Will you still continue to speak life in me and not break me down, not tell me that this is your fault that we're in the hole? This is you should have stayed working at that 9-to-5 job and this, that, whatever. Do you love me? Right? Because we as women, of course, you know, we want that love. We are easy. You know, I won't say easy in a bad way, but we have that nature of loving, right? We have that nature of loving, and we also want that in return, right? And we tolerate, we do. Most of us tolerate the behavior of those individuals in our lives that always saying something stupid, right? Yep. And we feel bad, like, you know, I shouldn't have. I should have just left it alone. You know, he's right, she's right, they're right, blah, blah, blah. And then you fall right back into that, oh, why me? Why woe is me kind of thing. But yet they say they love you, right? If they love you, they will love your dreams. They will love your inspirations. They will love your visions. They will love your ideas.
They will love all of you. They won't just love the part that supports them. A lot of people will love you as long as you are a team for them, right? But then when you are now focusing on what you want to build, it's like, that's when you're really going to know, does this person really love me, or was he just all about loving me for them? Yep. I'm glad.
Yeah, exactly. Even when you screw up, because we all do, we make mistakes. We make, bad investment mistakes. That happens even with the millionaires today.
Exactly.
They mess.
That's how you grow.
Yes. Right. I mean, they lost maybe millions of dollars and they screwed up big time. But that partner that's been with them, they still stick with them no matter what. Right.
Yeah.
And so even if you make that mistake, if that individual don't quite understand, they need to go. They need to go.
People are always thinking the negative part. You brought up an amazing point, Tawanta. Like a couple of months ago, one of the guys that I do joint ventures with, he was like, yeah, he posted on social media. He said, I lost $20,000 in Bitcoin. Wow. And everybody was like, oh my God, that's crazy. He lost $20,000. And they're bashing him for it. I'm like, wait a second. Do you got $20,000 to just give to a passion that you're or a business venture that you're looking into? No. Y'all need to look at the fact that this person got $20,000.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That needs to be a plus. How is he making so much money? That's what you have to focus on in reaching. Like, what is his strategy to where he can invest money? And if he loses it, he loses it. If he gains, he gains. You know what I'm saying? But he's still in the game. So it's like, I'm so glad you brought up that point, Tawanta, is that we need to start scaling back and saying the foundation of all of this, and this is just an exercise I want to give all of you ladies to try and do tonight, is to focus on what you want out of life, out of your life. What do you want 5, 10 years from now? What type of business you want to be in? What level of business you want to be in? Who do you, like when I was at an event earlier this year, they told us to create a list of 100. Now, I'm not telling you guys for your MLM. Create a list of 100 people that you want to speak next to, or 100 people that you want to go to their event, or you want to do a joint venture with, or be business partners with. Create that list.
Yeah.
I got Gary Vee on my list. I got Oprah Winfrey on my list. I got Michelle Obama on my list. Create a list of people that you want to work with.
Right.
That's going to elevate you. That's going to inspire you. On my list, I want to go to Israel one day, be able to be a part of that whole amazing country. Like, it just put it on your list, ladies. Places you want to go, people you want to meet, right?
Exactly.
Don't wait till you get retired to say, oh, I'm going to do my bucket list. No, do your bucket list now.
Right.
Work towards retirement now. Retire yourself now. Exactly. But you're not going to get there with that stinking thinking, or get there allowing the people around you to influence you in the wrong direction. I think many of you guys need to get out of being around the people who are sinking you down and figure out ways to get around people who's going to lift you up and inspire you and empower you.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And that is so powerful. We definitely need to take that time out for yourself. Absolutely. And also, let me add on about love. Ladies, if you know that person is not loving you the way you deserve to be loved, learn to love yourself.
Absolutely.
You have to learn to love yourself, right? Because
what's love got to do with it if they're not supporting you? Just like
exactly. Exactly. You got to start loving yourself first before anybody come into your circle to love you the way you deserve to be loved, right? You have to understand that, it starts with you. You have to be whole in your mind, in your heart, in your spirit, your whole entire being. You have to be 100% whole. You don't want to, have you heard in the past, back in the day, Tish, like, oh, I want my better half. You remember back how it was back in the day? I can't be whole without my other half. Girl, shut up. Be whole yourself. Be whole yourself.
That's right.
I used to believe in that mess, but then I realized I grew up. No, I gotta love me. I gotta be whole for me. I gotta be confident for me. I have to take upon myself to do the things that makes me.
That's happy. Right. That's right. So important. And don't be envious or jealous if you see a woman who is independent. Like, I remember seeing women in the past who are so independent financially that they would not allow their partner to talk to them or treat them a certain way. And I used to look back at them like, oh my gosh, she's mean. I would never talk to my husband like that. But it's like, now I'm looking like, wow, you know, we got to establish our authority and really tell people daily how we want to be treated. If you have a genuine heart and you're so respectful, you're loving, you would never wake up in the morning and intentionally hurt somebody's feelings, but you're always getting your feelings hurt or always being treated like you're second hand or second class, then that's a problem. You got to say something about that. And I feel like in society, they treat women like us, give us that B name or give us that, oh, angry black woman name. No, we're not. We just not being treated a certain kind of way, you know. And I mean, I know I'm going to another level here, but I feel
that's
like
fine.
women of color, we are the most disrespected. I don't care what anybody say. We are. Okay, because initially people assume that we are a certain way or we have a certain personality. I could tell you, I could count on several hands how many times I got it was in an interview. And somebody said, oh, I can tell by your resume that you're black because of my name. Or so they automatically wedged in their head, you know what I'm saying? Already made a personality of me that was not me. So we grow up, ladies, as African-American women, always having to prove ourselves and overextend ourselves and then please ourselves, overextend and undervalue ourselves every single day. And that has to stop. Because you will respect me, you will give me the credit I deserve, right? And you're not going to walk over me. And you got to stay in that stance and not care if people calls you the angry black woman or calls you, call you whatever. You have to deserve and honor yourself and demand respect from your partner, from the people around you.
Absolutely.
And that's how I say this because it's my personal experience. So if y'all like, oh my God, that's messed up. Is my personal experience and experiences I've seen many women of my color, my age bracket, have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. So we'll sit back and we'll just settle, right? And not really get out there and expose who we are and demand the world to give us the respect that we need and deserve. Period. That's right. From men, from employees, from our bosses, from everybody.
Everybody, right.
We have to stand in our own personal authority because we're queens. Right. We are the beginning of everything. People are turning around trying to pump their lips like us, pump their booty, pump their boobs, like, you know what I mean? Get tans to get our color. Like, we are the mecca of the world. And I'm sorry, we are.
Yeah. We are strong beings. Right. We are strong, powerful, God-gifted women.
That's right.
And we have to remind ourselves every day about this, ladies, because it's so much out here in this world, so much stuff, you know, that is solely, you know, stereotyping us. You know, like I said, these reality shows, which I don't watch them. I used to years ago. But I don't care for that stuff. You know, people who watch those shows, they automatically assume.
Look at how they do us, Tawanta, on these reality shows. It's I don't even care to watch it. And if you see any other show where there is people who are non of our color, it's a totally different type of environment. And you know, we have to really, you know, decide whether or not we want to feed our environment with that garbage, something that does not represent who we are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And focus on that. You know, I'm not trying to down anyone or bash anyone, but at the end of the day, I don't look at garbage. So and I want my daughters to look at that and say, oh, I got to do this in order to get ahead. No, you don't. If somebody don't give you what you deserve, you go out there and you create your own. If you're not getting the amount of money you want to make every year, go out there and start your own business, right? Or if you are researching events that you're like, oh my God, I don't see events out there that I want to attend. Go out there and create your own event.
Do it.
Like, don't sit up here and just take what's given to you. Go out there and create your own.
Create your own. That's it. Create your own. And that's the thing. What God has given you, it's yours.
Yep.
It's yours. Even though you may have some similar, you know, skills like your sister friend may have, but at the end of the day, God has given you something totally ordinary, something totally unique, something that will stand out. Ladies, you have to know who you are. You got to know your worth, right? And you got, and even though the question is about, do you really know who you with? throwing that at you. Do you know who you are?
Do you know who you are?
That's the question. Do you know who you really are? Because you know, it can be a debate. Most of the time it really is a debate. And honestly, some women don't even know who they are because they have been so caught up in a lot of drama, so a lot of, you know, issues and circumstances that they really don't know how to fight through that thing. They didn't know how to get out of that situation and all of that. And we can testify to that. We have been there too, but we've decided, we realized, no, I'm not going to deal with this because I know I'm better than this. I see myself doing more than ordinary. I see myself being a blessing to multitude of women. I see myself being a great mentor, a great strategist, a great coach, or whatever. I see myself helping other people. And I make sure that happens because I'm not making up these dreams. I'm not making up these visions. I'm not making up these ideas. God is putting that in me because he's given me something that was already implemented in me before I even came out my mother's womb. Okay. And that applies to every single one of you ladies too. Whatever the dreams and the visions that you've been having and you still thinking about these things, you need to make it happen. You need to create your own. Okay, don't let anybody to manipulate you or tell you that you can't do it, that you don't have the credentials, you don't have your degrees, or you don't have the money, or you don't have the support. Baby, God will already supply the resources for you. You just already go with what you already know. Go with what you know. Go with what you already have, right? Don't worry about what people are doing or what they're not doing. This is for you because you know, this will help you to build up your confidence. This will help you to, you know, to start growing better. You start seeing things differently about yourself. And all those people who've been haters, all those people who've been saying all kind of garbage to you, they're going to shut up.
That's right.
They're going to shut up. My dear sister friend last night told me, she said, Tawanta, remember this, that God is he's going to, you know, present a table, you know, in the presence of your enemies. Yeah. Remember that, ladies. He's going to present a table. He's going to hook it up in a way that your enemies, they don't have no choice but to bow down. Absolutely. They have no choice but to just shut it up. They have no choice. Okay. Because see, if you go in according to what God has in your heart, what you're supposed to do, you won't have to waste your time or your energy, you know, or your conversations to these individuals. They will see the work that is being produced out of you.
That's right.
And that's real talk.
It absolutely is. And, you know, I will never forget, my father has told me, you know, growing up, he always said, Letitia, because you are a woman, you are going to always be at a disadvantage. So you have to get out there and create your own, you know, and it's true all throughout my life. I've always been passed up or set back or whatever, because people already had this perceived notion because of the type of neighborhood I grew up in, or because the spelling of my name, or because the last name of my dad. They always already had this perceived notion of who we are, or who I am, you know. So I had to go through life improving myself. So ladies, creating your own, ladies, is way more easier than you think. You just have to get out there and do the work ethic. And then you also have to eliminate all this garbage around you, these manipulations that sometimes your partner may give or your family members and friends may give, and really ask yourself, what do I want to do? What's going to make me happy? To type in the comments, ladies, what is going to make you happy at the end of the day? You know, without thinking about the kids, the husband, none of that. That is important, but it doesn't define you. Because you know, you guys got to really dig deep. And I know this is stretching some of you guys a little bit, because you go through life thinking you're thinking about the we all the time instead of the I. You know, and it's so hard to think about yourself. Like, I was listening to Jada Pinkett on her show, and her mother was saying that somebody asked her, what is the 3 things you love about you? And she said, instantly, I thought about the 3 things that I don't like about myself.
That's right. I remember that.
Yeah, we automatically go with what we don't like. Or I don't have big boobs. Or I don't have a big butt. Or I don't have a lot of money. We always think about what we don't have or are missing, instead of thinking about and honoring the things and the things that we do have that brings us value.
Right.
That shows and reveal to us who we really are. You know what I'm saying? Because we're always comparing ourselves to other people and pleasing the wrong people around us, and saying, how can I please myself today? Go for your personal wins, ladies. So this was a great conversation, Tawanta.
It was.
The people are loving it in the chat.
Yes, honey. They are
guys
coming
needed
out.
Nadia said this was confirmation. Abby's here, definitely giving us with some awesome nuggets. So we so appreciate you guys joining us this evening. So yeah, Tawanta, let's close out, Mama.
Yes, we want to thank you ladies so much. I mean, wow, everyone is coming on here and they are just letting it all out. We are loving it, and this was right on time for a lot of our sisters here as well.
That's right.
And we so appreciate you, and we definitely, like I said, when we come on here, we come and we just speak the truth and nothing but the truth, not to boast ourselves or whatever, but it's basically to really help create this sister to sister movement. You know, because it's so important. We need to let people know that we're not like what they see on TV or they hear on social media or whatever, that there is a sisterhood, and we are breaking down the barriers of ignorance and foolishness and stupidity that are coming together with the eclectic style of gifts and talents and ministry. We're powerhouse women, and people don't like to see women coming together because they know one person is amazing. But when women come together as a group, oh, you better, it's explosive, y'all. It's all.
The devil be trying to break that apart because he knows.
Yes, he knows. Exactly.
That there's power in that, power in numbers, especially when women come together.
Right. Especially. So ladies, we do have the link posted as well for the group. We have the Sister to Sister Connection group, and we have that link posted. I did pin it out for you guys, so you guys can go ahead and click on that. And also, I know Letitia did talk about it briefly when we started about an upcoming event that's going to be taking November. Letitia, if you want to go ahead and relab on that just a little bit more.
Absolutely. Well, we have an awesome event coming up in November, from November 1st to the 4th. It's called the Sister to Sister Mastermind.
Yeah.
So it's definitely there, guys, if you want really some hands-on empowerment content. It's for all women, especially if you're in the network marketing business. And it's going to be awesome. We have all types of speakers coming from all across the world. It's going to be at an amazing venue. We're going to have links available for you guys shortly, but I'm sort of doing like a save the date announcement because you guys definitely need to be there. And it's going to be one of arguably the best event that you're ever going to attend this year. So make sure that you guys, mark their calendar right now. And if you guys want to inbox me privately, that's fine, because we are giving away some early bird tickets, but I already announced that to my current Sales Success Academy ladies. So it's, they come first. Okay. So if you're interested, let me know, and I will put you sort of on standby because I definitely want to make room first for the ladies who are inside of my program, because they have been working very closely with me. They have been dominating their businesses, and we are really highlighting them first and foremost. So yeah, guys, this is going to be an awesome event. And some of you guys, like I was telling Tawanta before we came on, some of you guys just need to get away from your current environment and be around like-minded individuals. That's going to help empower you, going to help educate you and inspire you. And you're going to come home a totally different woman than how you came. So it's so, like Tawana said, it's so awesome when we all come together, collaborate, talk, chat, work together, laugh, cry, all that stuff. I mean, this event is going to have all inside that you need. So yeah, definitely mark your calendar and let me know if you're serious. Let me know, inbox me, and I'll put you guys on my standby list. And as soon as we open it up in the public, we'll let you guys know. But we're really, promoting this heavy internally inside the Sales Success Academy, which you are interested in joining. The link is bit.ly/Sales Success 2018. All right.
Yeah, awesome. And it's going to be, oh my gosh, it's going to be so
amazing. Yes.
It's going to be like Girls Trip, the movie with Queen Latifah and Tiffany Haddish and Jada. It's going to be off the chain.
Yes.
Okay. It's going to have fun. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Business, yes, we take care of our business first. But when it comes to the pleasure moment, yeah, it's going to be on.
Abby's going to be there. Abby McKenna is going to be flying out all the way from Australia. So I'm so happy she's there. So make sure that you guys are following her. We're going to have a lot of people there. I don't want to give it away, but yeah, definitely, guys, let us inbox me and let me know if you're interested at all in joining us for this amazing event.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, ladies, we want to say thank you so very much for coming on. We do appreciate you so very much. It's just amazing that you guys came on. We truly, truly appreciate every single one of you.
Yes, you guys are awesome.
Yeah, and I also put down my link, which is for the Resilient Beauty Academy. This bit.ly/resilient beauty. That is the link that if you want to definitely be a part of that movement as well, I would love to welcome you in. I am also an emotional strategist as well, and what I do is that I work with my clients one-on-one to give them some strategic, points on how to better their life professionally as well as personally, because of course when we get started working in our business and in our lives, we have some emotional hiccups that can hinder and stop our flow, if you will. And sometimes you just don't know how you can be able to overrule that, how you can conquer that, right? And so I definitely want to work with those women who are in that position where you are ready and you are very serious about making some changes in your life. I mean, you heard us. You've been with us for over an hour now. You have heard what we've been talking about. And if you are in that situation where right now, this is for me, this is confirmation, I definitely want to get started, but yet I'm still dealing with some emotional issues here in my life. I don't know how to get it started. Then I would love to be there to assist you and work with you. You can connect with me, privately on Messenger if you want to, and we could go ahead and take it from there, right?
That's right. That's right.
And I know Letitia, she has already had documented her information as well too, for you to connect with her as well. And ladies, continue to share this video, even though we're not on. After that, you can continue to share it, share. We definitely will respond after the fact, of course, throughout the course of the day. If you have any questions or comments or even more future topics for our future episodes, don't hesitate to let us know.
That's right.
Take it under consideration, and and we will go ahead and document that and get that thing going. Right? Any last words, Letitia?
We are just so happy to come here every week and just be a part of you ladies' day. And we honor and thank you ladies more than anything else for showing up every week. This is our 19th episode, and we're just going to keep going on with this show because we know that there's going to be millions of women all across the world being a part of this movement. So join in early now. Okay, because you guys are in at a perfect time. So we're going to see you guys next Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, talking about another explosive, inspiring topic. And thank you guys so much for joining us. All right, guys.
Yes.
See you guys next time.